Welcome back. Dale Myers with Vision Advanced. Today we're going to discuss small business tax deductions. Amazon profited $11 billion and paid no taxes. What can we learn from that? Well, no matter what stage you're in, we need to pay attention to taxes because, we make profit by revenue and expenses. Taxes are an expense. So if we can reduce our tax liability, that can be a good thing. So now we're not Amazon. That's the first thing. But so we're not going to be able to do everything that they did. But let's take a look at how they pulled this off. So not only did they make profit of 11 billion and paid zero federal income taxes, they actually got a $129 million tax rebate, so to speak. So that was interesting. So I was digging into it. I think the original article I read was maybe Yahoo. Then I went and found another on CNBC. And part of that, the way they were able to do that was they brought a balance forward from the years when they carried losses. So they were able to bring some of that forward. And then they also, of course, they took advantage of the tax cuts put in place in 2017. They were also given huge tax credits for research, R&D, as well as their employee stock and incentive plan or something like that, their compensation plan. So they got these huge tax credits. And so that's the thing that we can't do everything Amazon can do, but for a small business owner, some of us, we can take advantage of some tax credits. We'll talk about that in a moment. Now, first things first, I am not a tax attorney, an accountant, nor a tax advisor. I am going on my experience dealing with my tax professionals as well as my research I've done. This is my disclaimer. Go talk to someone who knows extensively about your tax situation because yours is unique to you. Now, this also depends on where you live, local regulations, state regulations, and the form of business structure you have. So proprietors would vary from LLCs and corporations. Some overlap, but again, you need to talk to your tax professional. All right, let's see. So where was I going to go? Okay, yeah. The first one we're going to talk about. Why is this doing my computer? Of course, the computer freezes up, right? This is interesting. Never mind the computer. I just run and then it's supposed to be 25. I'm sure I won't get 25, but whatever. The obvious one. Oh, this is what it was. Before I get to my list of tax deductions, the one thing I wanted to share with you guys was that tax credits. How can you get a tax credit? Well, it's quite possible that your local community has certain zones. It could be disenfranchisement zones, empowerment zones. They come up under different headings. But you can find these in urban areas and in rural areas. These are areas that are traditionally underserved or underdeveloped, could sometimes be blighted communities, and there are huge tax incentives to come into that area, put a business in place, and give some jobs. So that's something that, depending on your situation, you could take advantage of. And I will tell you up front, I learned that game a long time ago, was just that I'll pay money for my tax attorneys and other people to avoid the huge tax burden. I'm a full supporter of what we do here in the United States of America in terms of we all have to carry our weight, but the government's not really doing a whole bunch to help me make my money. I really don't understand why I need to pay them 30-something% of my money. So I will happily pay the tax professionals. All right. So again, look into those empowerment zones, guys. Those can be huge for you. All right. Now, some obvious deductions. We're going to run through these quickly because some of you guys already know this. Your rent, the lease that you're paying. Now, if you, of course, you don't own your building or whatever, the rent and the lease you pay, or actually technically, even if you own the building and your business rents it from you, but rent and your lease, Repairs on that building. Now, depending on if you own it or not, but again, talk to your tax attorney, but repairs on that building could be deductible. Your vehicle, whether or not you own it or you lease it, could be mileage deductions as well. So repairs on that vehicle would be another one. Let's see. Bank fees and interest. So you bounce a check, claim that fee later on. Your monthly fee, claim that. All of your fees associated with your merchant accounts, your online credit card processors, PayPal. I use PayPal a lot, and man, I'm looking at how much I paid them last year. Okay, good business. They have a good business model. Let's see. Your website, technology fees. If you're paying for software, make sure you're keeping up with all of that. I didn't list this one, but now I'm thinking about it. Consultant fees, right? If you hire a consultant. Well, actually, I do have a category for professional services. I was thinking legal and accountants, but yes, consultants would fall up under professional services as well. Let's see. Education, professional development. All right. And related to that one, licenses and certifications, if you need those in your field. Let's see. Depreciation of equipment. This means if I own the equipment and it loses its value, most equipment loses value over time, so you can claim that amount. Maybe not all of it, but again, your tax attorney would know. Any equipment purchases you make, office supplies, business supplies, toilet paper, all of that stuff. Yes, y'all got to wipe a little dirty bottom, so claim that stuff, right? But again, hopefully you guys are hiring someone that can help you with this. Let's see, contract labor, anybody that you had to put a 1099 on. All right. Related to that, salaries and compensation, right? If you actually have employees. Utilities. This is true if you have a home-based business or you actually have a traditional office. So your utilities can be claimed. The taxes that you actually paid. If you pay state and federal taxes, you can get a deduction for that. The taxes that you paid on, all these other things, your other equipments and things. Equipments. Did I just make up a word? Travel. If this business related travel, now again, let me go back. This is something I should have said earlier. Guys, get with a good startup attorney or an attorney that does business. You can structure your organization such that the organization pays for corporate retreats and stuff, so when you want to take a family vacation, as long as you go discuss some company business, the corporation pays for it, and it's a deduction to your business. It lowers your income tax. So you could do that. Your corporation can pay for the executives to for a whatever, Mercedes-Benz, whatever, some luxury vehicle. There's all kinds of things that you can do depending on your situation. Again, talk to a professional about that. Let's see, commissions and fees, insurance. Oh yes, all of your insurance needs. I already said professional fees. We mentioned the home office, advertising. Definitely, because we should be spending on advertising. If you're not spending, and I hadn't traditionally done as much. I've been mostly word of mouth. But where I'm taking my business now, I'm getting ready to have to do some ad spending. So that'll become a bigger component of what I do. Equipment leases, in case you didn't purchase it. We're winding it down. Meals, as long as it is business related, they keep changing the rules, so I'm not going to touch on that. You talk to your advisor about that one. Mortgage interest, you can deduct that. And last one, employee benefit programs and qualified retirement plans. So that's a lot. I'm not an accountant, but I just wanted to give you that to think about, because listen, in order to make profit, which you are in business to make a profit, you either increase revenue or decrease expenses. This is not sexy. I get it. Is making $111 billion in profit and paying no taxes sexy? Yes, I think so. So do what you can on your end. Talk to your tax professional. Be intentional about this situation. Do the right thing. So, any further suggestions, leave those comments below. What have you done? Some helpful tips to help the rest of us out. My name is Dale Myers with Vision Advance. Please thumbs up the video. share it, subscribe if you haven't, get the notifications. I'm going to keep going. This is day 88, 89 of my 90-day challenge, but I'm going to keep going on to 120. And yes, if you saw me, I did miss a day. I was in an accident. I've been under the ground, so oh well. But anyway, I'm back on it, so you're getting 2 tomorrow. All right, Dale Myers, Vision Advance. Y'all take care.